Welcome to the video blog, Love My Life. To be honest, when I was first asked to make this video, I was a little bit nervous, but I got excited when I was thinking about the opportunities, what I could speak about. Would I speak about Jewish wisdom? Would I speak about a portion of the week? Would I speak about a thought of interest? Common topics of current affairs. And then I was told that the video blog should be about 4 minutes. So with about 3 minutes left, I thought maybe I would share a couple of ideas. The truth is that to get started isn't easy. Really, you're a bit stuck. And I felt that maybe I should really talk about getting stuck and how you get unstuck when you need to. Very often we find that our inhibitions are really just in our head. There's a great story that I read about once, and I verified that it's true. You could look it up on Snopes.com if you'd like. A story about George Bernard Danzig. George Bernard Danzig is a fellow who was studying mathematics in the 30s in Berkeley, California, in America. He showed up late for a university class, lecture. Not that that would ever happen to any of you, but he showed up late for a lecture. And he came and there were 2 mathematical equations on the board. He jotted them down, assuming they were homework, and the next lesson he showed up to the class, this time on time, and he handed the work in to the professor. The professor said, "What is this?" He said, "It's the homework that you had on the board." The professor looked at him and said, "That wasn't homework. Those were 2 mathematical equations that Einstein deemed to be insolvable. It's not possible to solve them." George Bernard Danzig looked at him and said, "Well, here they are. I've solved them." Sure enough, he and the professor eventually published these solutions to problems that were deemed unsolvable. No one told him it couldn't be done. There was nothing holding him back. His inhibitions weren't there. He thought they were homework. He thought it could be done. No one told him it couldn't. And I realized when I heard this story, the power of the human being. So much ability that we have that's untapped. So much potential that we have, only because we think it can't be done or because we've been told that it can't be done. So often the only thing that's really holding us back is our own feelings of insecurity. And I realized that when you believe in the power of the human being, you're never really stuck. And that's really the message that God teaches us all the time. One of my favorite verses in the Torah, which my children laugh at me always, and they say most of the verses in the Torah are my favorite, but it is a book of great wisdom. One of my favorite verses actually reads that when Moshe was at the burning bush, our great leader Moses was at the burning bush, and God gives him an enormous task to take the Jewish people out of Egypt. Moses says it can't be done. "I can't go speak to Pharaoh. I have a speech impediment. I'm unable to speak to Pharaoh properly." And God says to him, "Mi sam peh la'adam." Who gave man the ability to speak altogether? When you realize the potential that you have, says God, you can accomplish anything. You can do anything. He says to Moses, and that's the lesson for all of us, when you realize that without my help you can do nothing, with my help you can do everything. So whenever you have that feeling of being stuck, think about the power of your mouth, your hands, your eyes, the abilities that you have, God-given gifts. With God's help we can accomplish anything. Love my life.